and welcome back to Addiction Football. I'm your host, Sasha Fox. Yet again, I'm in Rio, and after Vasco, Flamengo, and Botafogo, last but not least, I'm spending time with Fluminense supporters today. Fluminense are playing Santos today, and apparently it's going to be the return, the first match of Neymar playing for Santos in the Brasileiro. Welcome to Estádio Presidente Manuel Schwarz, or more commonly referred to as Estádio das Laranjeiras, after the Laranjeiras district of Rio de Janeiro it is located in. This baby was built in 1905 and is therefore one of Brazil's oldest football grounds. It is the original stadium of and still owned by Fluminense Football Club. Officially it holds just 2,000 spectators, but are you kidding me? At a game in 1925, they squeezed over 25,000 people into this thing. Welcome to Brazil. I mean, I was never a big fan of safety regulations, but imagine walking up these old slippery concrete stairs drunk with 25,000 other people, cheering on your favorite football club. Today's match is obviously being played at the Maracanã, like most Fluminense games since the 1950s, when this iconic stadium was first opened. So I'm at the Maracanã today with Pedro, who is a local Fluminense supporter. Pedro, your club has had an emotional roller coaster, so to say, over the last couple of years, right? They won the Libertadores in 2023, and then last year almost got relegated. Really saved yourselves, what, the last or the second last match day? So far, however, in April, unbeaten, you won the first home opener against, was it Bragantino, and then you won both matches in the Sul-Americana. Are you confident that this year is going to be better than last year?
Yes, this year will be way better than last year, especially because we're putting a lot of faith in our new head coach, Renato Gaúcho. He's a Fluminense idol from back in the past 30 years ago, and he's still a wonderful coach, one of the best in Brazil. This year, we made some investments in our team, and I expect to be way better than last year.
29, Algodói. 4, Gil. 2, Zé Ivaldo.
So Pedro, 0-0 at half time. What do you think so far? Fluminense was the better team, but there needs to be a goal. Like, they are not making enough of their chances.
Exactly. Since our coach is a little bit new in our team, the team isn't exactly with the mechanisms very straight, well done. But in the second half, it'll be better. The team will attack to the side of the fan base.
The coach just started this season. He's just signed.
This is the third game that the coach is ahead of Fluminense, so we're still getting on the track. But the second half, it'll be better. Fluminense will score, and the match will be Fluminense win.
Perfect. Thank you. It's a very warm welcome for Neymar here. Still 0-0, although it shouldn't be 0-0 with 7 minutes of added time. So maybe Fluminense can still take something home here. +6, 90+7, very last minute of extra time. It was really tough to watch, but in the end the winner was deserved. So Pedro, this game was hard to watch for a long time, and really like until the very last minute of extra time I thought that we're gonna see what no football fan actually wants to see, which is a 0-0, a goalless draw. But it doesn't matter. Somehow it wasn't a nice goal, it was a silly goal, but somehow they scored a goal. Doesn't matter, 3 points, move on. They're still unbeaten in the month of April. So what's your thoughts on the game?
My thoughts on the game, in this part of the season with a new coach, we're beginning to get on in the track. Tonight was more about winning than playing a good football, and we won. That's the important thing, and we're going to keep on the tracks and be way better in the next months, because our coach nowadays, it's one of the best. He'll improve our team up to the top.
Yeah, and as we're just standing here, there's 2 little kids playing football bare feet with a Coke can. Maybe we all need more players like these again.
Exactly. There's a massive debate here in Brazil of how much we need that to get back in our culture, you know? We need to play more in the streets, to have our players being the Brazilian players, not the European players that nowadays our Brazilian are. They go to Europe and basically forget about being a Brazilian player. They turn into a whole different player, and that's not what we want. We want to get back. We want more stars in our chest. You know, Brazil, #1, will continue to be, but we need some changes in our football here.
Yeah, I think it's worldwide. I mean, again, Germany won here the World Cup in 2014. And you couldn't watch them ever since. It was like real horrible to watch them, and they were more concentrating on making political statements rather than concentrating on playing football. So, but I guess that's a discussion for another day. Thank you so much for showing me around, and best of luck for the season, man.
Fluminense!
Hey, so Tricolor! So, the last thing that I have to say before I'm gonna end this video is again how great the street food in Brazil is. You can get these skewers anywhere at night, and there are so many different options. This one here is called coração de frango. It's actual chicken hearts, and it's the best thing ever.
As always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.